Right. The reason I asked you because we have this lady called Mother Mahavira in Melbourne.
Yes.
She's an association called the Infinite Wisdom Society.
Yes.
Which is a branch in the US.
Yes.
And we often talk about the Naga realm and the Deva realm and what goes on.
Oh yes.
And she's very believable in the way she talks about it.
Yes.
She lives a very simple life, and she looks like she lives 10 precepts at least.
Yes.
And it's curious.
Yes, yes. Quite a lot of people like that can contact the Deva realm. Much fewer can get up to the Brahma realms, the higher realms. But the whole lot one has to realize is all samsara. It's all samsara. It's all impermanent, changing.
Understanding of reincarnation was the Hindu idea that the soul is reincarnated in a different form.
Yes.
And that was the discussion this morning, where she said that the reincarnation is the same as rebirth, and that in Buddhism there is a soul.
It's a chitta. The trouble with the word soul is that nobody knows what it means.
Yeah, but in the Christian sense, soul is a permanent entity, isn't it?
I think so. I'm not sure. But that's not the way in Buddhism.
The chitta is one of the 500.
No. Not the 500. The 500 are all connected with the world. Chitta is not. Chitta doesn't die. Chitta is the fundament. Really, you can say the pure chitta is fundamentally what we should all be. That's the arahant. Pure chitta.
So what happens at the time of death of an arahant?
It's something which nobody can say. There's no concept, because the nature of samsara is impermanence. Everything is impermanent. There's nothing static at all. And impermanence means that you can't find any real thing, because there's nothing remains. Even for a moment, it's all changing. Whereas Nibbana is not impermanent. How can you say it's permanent? Both don't apply. All the categories don't apply to Nibbana. And because of that, what happens to the arahant after death is something that's completely beyond the world. The world can't understand. But it's something that the people who get there, they say, of course, it must be like that. There's no other way. It's the truth.
I'm a little bit confused. Could you explain a little bit more about what the chitta is?
What it is, it's the one who knows. It can only go by its characteristics. And it's the one who knows all the time. Knowing is the nature of the chitta, but it doesn't mean to say one always knows rightly. One only knows rightly if one's got purity. But the nature of knowing, the chitta, when vijnana is presented with an object, then the chitta joins up and becomes vijnana. Vijnana, I take it, means dualistic, goes dualistic, because it means we is to divide, and jnana, divide in knowing. This means the chitta becomes two, the objects and the subject. And because it's that nature, and it's impermanent, this is in samsara, it needs and has to come up again, and immediately disappears, again. All things changing all the time. But when it reverts back to the chitta, the pure chitta, then that change doesn't take place like that.
So in the Satipatthana, when you do Satipatthana, is that what is arising in the chitta, the watching?
Oh, one must understand the Satipatthana, the whole of that, in fact the whole of the teaching of the Buddha is method. It's a method of leading to Nibbana. And the whole of the teaching of the Buddha is not lokutra. It's not beyond the world. Because to go beyond the world, to go beyond what people in the world understand. So it would be no use. And so the Buddha was clever, and he saw that we've got to give people something they can work on, something they can really do. And so he taught the doctrine of having the view with a view. And that view is the view of, it's the right view leading to Nibbana. But it's not, you must never think that what the Buddha taught is absolutely true. It's not absolute. The absolute you can't say anything about. It's way beyond. It's like the nature, the Arahants say the nature of the pure chitta is emptiness. Meaning it's empty of all this, empty of the world. But what's empty of the world, we can't imagine what it is. We don't know. It goes beyond. And the purpose is to get beyond, and it's as though they say that they're telling us, that is what we should all be. That's the right state. This state we're in now is muddled up and sort of caught up with all sorts of wrong things.